run it.
Hmm.
I gotta see if it's
Yeah,
registering.
do like a test run.
We'll go on Twitch, and then we go on. All right, it says it's live on Twitch. It still says, I gotta change the title. Oh, whatever. It says featuring Saxii because initially it was just Saxii doing it, but he's the only one not showing up. So it's like I gotta change the title, but it's just like so much work to change that title. I gotta go to Twitch, change the title, go to YouTube, change that title.
It's a lot.
Right? Alright, let me listen to it. Can you talk for a second? I want to see if your audio is registering properly.
Yep, I am talking now. This is what I sound like. I'm very handsome. That's all I can say.
Alright, sound pretty good. Yeah, sir. And then
This Mac.
you said what?
I need to close some.
Uh
I can.
you're breaking up a little bit. Alright. Still there? Cool.
Yo, yo.
What's good, bro? Like we are all here. And Tyler, you there?
Not good.
I think your connection was breaking up a little bit.
Hello?
Yeah, you're breaking up. Barely understand you, my guy.
I can't even hear him on my end.
Wait, you guys can't hear me?
Yeah, you were breaking up, but I just heard you just then. Is it good now?
September meeting.
You said what, Zeno?
Hi.
Oh, I'm doing. Burning the can.
Now you're both are breaking.
YouTubers network September meeting.
Something like.
You said what, Zeno?
Hi.
Oh, I'm doing. Burning the can.
Now you're both. I'm no. You guys are saying because y'all are lagging. It sounds like
YouTubers network September meeting.
Something like.
you said what, Zeno?
Hi.
Oh, I'm doing. Burning the can. Oh, does Zeno your profile picture on this?
No.
Yeah, I couldn't get my standard YouTube profile picture, so I just threw this one from the Wano arc.
It's okay, that's legendary.
All right, I can hear you guys much better. It sounds like.
Sweet.
All right, can you turn down the stream because I can hear it from my end?
Yeah.
Oh, what is your
my
Twitch? I want to be able to look at the bracket while we go.
YouTube profile picture. So I just threw this one from
Kickback Anime
the
Discussions.
Wano arc.
It's okay. That's legendary.
Okay.
No
Are we
space.
live right now,
All
RTL?
right, I can hear you guys much better. It sounds like.
Okay, let me retweet.
All right, can you turn down the stream because I can hear it from my end?
Yeah.
Oh, what is your Twitch? I want to be able to look at the
On
bracket while we go.
YouTube as well. On DNMA.
Kickback Anime Discussions.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel for it
Are we
and
live right now,
Twitch.
RTL?
And then
Alright, cool.
obviously the podcast.
Okay, let me retweet.
All right, can you turn down the stream because I can hear it from my end?
Oh, what is your Twitch? I want to be able to look.
On
God, I've got so
YouTube
much
as
work
well.
to do.
I feel that. After this, I'm probably gonna start editing this Black Clover video. Last one
Ooh.
addressing the haters.
RTL's been standing up for the people. We got people like Pokesol out
Yeah.
here thrashing
Pokes-
on Black Clover.
Pokes was my guy. Like me and Pokes are always cool and everything. But I just don't like when he just slanders Black Clover and he doesn't like have any basis or
Yeah, he's an S kid. RTL's been, but it's not only him. Like just when I'm scrolling through my timeline, like I see a bunch of people slandering like Black Clover, and I see it's always you, bro. You're always out there standing up.
Yeah,
I appreciate
I
that.
gotta do, you know. But yeah, I don't know whose video feed it is, but I can hear the stream. Can you turn that down so
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
hear it on
it's
my
me.
end
Hold up.
because it's gonna be like
It's
echoing.
not only him. Like I don't even have the stream pulled up. Is there a chance that you can share your screen, RTL? I see it's always you, bro. I want the follow along is gonna be like lagged, right?
Okay, I fixed it. It was my
Oh,
fault because
that's
I'm an
true.
idiot. So, or what were you saying?
Can you share your screen?
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, that'd be better
Yeah,
than me.
the
If it'd be on
bracket.
Twitch.
What is up, digital girl? Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, I can. Here.
Dope. Because otherwise, we'll...
Let me hit you with the follow, even though I'm already on the pod.
I'm gonna have to do that too.
What's up?
Y'all are lagging a little bit again. Going good. Hope it's going good for you as well. All right. It woke. You know, Discord, you just don't want to work with me. Me and Discord have a love-hate relationship, I swear to God.
Yeah, I've got a Discord.
Alright, it's gonna just show the OBS, I guess, because I don't know. Alright, y'all two are good? Need help in Discord? I mean, I don't know what else we can do. I'm just trying to make it work, you know? It's literally just like, alright, now my laptop just don't. I feel like it's maybe just because I got a lot of applications open. Maybe, I don't know.
Wait.
Maybe I should close some.
Bet.
There, yeah. I probably just have too much things running at the same time, and my laptop can't handle it.
Yeah.
Okay.
From arguing that whenever it's just doesn't really happen very often, so I didn't know what it was.
Hopefully technical stuff isn't an issue throughout.
Yeah, I mean it'll work out. It just might be a situation where I just got too much stuff going on, and my laptop was like no, and then Discord's like hell no, you know. So it's just
Yeah,
it just might be a situation.
I feel you, bro. We got
all right. Let me check.
12 contestants, 12 groups.
All right,
We'd love to see it.
Y'all are still kind of lagging a little bit. Can y'all talk for me? You know.
This is me. I'm talking. How much of a lag is there? I don't know.
Nah, you sound good.
Testing. It's your boy.
Yeah, y'all both sound. Squid, you said maybe it's time for me to leave. Get Kickback altogether. Nah, Squid, you need I told you, get on your phone and just join the chat. My man got adult business going on. That's why. But you know, it is what it is.
Can't come.
Yeah, he's the one supposed to be dealing with the stream, and if he was dealing with the stream, we would not have any of these issues. But he's busy, so I gotta handle all the front work, you know. See, there you go. I can't do that to the viewers. I feel you. All right, Tyler and Zeno, y'all ready to go?
Born ready.
Let's get it.
All right. So, how do y'all want me to address you? Like, what do you want me to just call y'all?
You
can call me Zeno.
All right. You said I could just call you Tyler. Tyler.
Name. I don't want to keep calling you RTL the entire time, or if you'd prefer that.
Well, people usually just call me RTL or Faith.
Cool.
My first name is just too unique for the people. Those things are just easier to say, to remember. All right. So I think everything is good. I think I can hear my dudes here pretty fine. I got the chat pulled up. I can see it. So I think we're all good to go. Sounds about right.
Yep.
All right. You good as well, Zeno? Zeno.
Yo.
Are you good? I think he didn't hear me.
Wait, what? Did you say something?
Am I lagging for y'all?
I didn't hear you say anything at all. I heard you say Zeno, and then I didn't hear anything for long.
Oh, okay. Hey, Zeno, can you hear me? Oh, yeah, you're left.
I don't know if it's on my end. Let me know if there's something on my end.
What do you mean?
I can hear like background noise. Hopefully.
I can hear a little background noise for you, but it's like not obnoxious.
Yeah, it's me.
Like not crazy.
Okay.
All right. Do y'all still need the stream up or on Discord, or can you just watch it on Twitch or YouTube?
I can barely see.
Yeah.
Change off, or not Twitch stream, rather the Discord.
One more time.
I would say turn the Discord stream off just to save some in Twitch stream and then mute it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because now it's not lagging on the Twitch stream anymore. So.
Stop. Yeah, and I'm gonna announce the matchup, so it's like not crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Well, and that I think I know we had our issues. Can you just work? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I swear, if there's a better thing to use, I would use it in a heartbeat.
I can barely figure out.
Because Discord just be lagging like crazy. It's just so annoying.
You have a loose cable.
Me?
No, I'm talking to RTL.
All right, can y'all talk?
Yes,
Yo.
I'm talking now.
That is so much better. Yeah, that stream was messing things up.
Talk.
Yeah,
hey RTL, check and make sure that your cables are all plugged in that have to do with your mic well, because it almost sounds like the noise that it makes whenever like a cable's a little loose.
That's a thing. Oh,
Yeah.
Let me see if I got a different mic. If I have the right mic on for Discord. I have the right one.
It just makes this noise every once in a while. It sounds like a electrical current kind of noise.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Or it might be my chair. I need to get a new chair.
Nah, it's not your chair. It doesn't sound like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
it doesn't happen often enough for it to be a real issue, but I was just saying maybe if your cables are loose, we could fix that. But if not, no big deal.
Yeah. It's a lot smoother. I can hear you guys much better, so that Discord stream is just destroying things. But we're finally ready to start. We're finally ready to go. As y'all can see. Maybe I could just that's fine. It is what it is. Alright. Well, should I just remove this chat thing on the bottom? What do y'all think? It doesn't really help anything.
Yeah, I'd say remove it.
All right. All right, we're finally ready to start. We're finally ready to get things going. Podcast officially starts, and let's start off with introductions. Welcome back, everybody. This is your boy RTL Faith, and we are back with another episode of Kickback Anime Discussions, the chillest anime podcast on YouTube, Twitch, Spotify. Doesn't matter, wherever you listen to it, it's chill. You know what I'm saying? So we got a good one for you today. We're talking about shonen anime groups that have a name. It'll make sense when we go through it. I do have some special guests. I do apologize. My co-host is not here. He has some adult things to do. So I'll be running the stream for today. So our first guest here is my boy here, Tyler. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Tyler Doe. I make YouTube videos. Go subscribe to my channel. Shameless plug.
There you go. Good shout out to his channel. And of course, we got another guest here, Zeno.
Yeah, so hey guys, I'm Zeno. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/XenoWars. So like Tyler, I myself make anime YouTube videos. I go by the title of AniTubers. That's what we degenerates go by on the internet. And yeah, I'm just excited to talk about shonen anime. This is the genre I'm most invested in, the genre I grew up in. And yeah, we're going to talk about teams/groups in shonen anime. I'm hyped.
Yeah, shonen groups is definitely something that shonen in general is definitely my niche, I guess. Like, I also like seinen, such as like it's Tokyo Ghoul. I think One Punch Man is considered a seinen. Did you guys know that?
Really? No, I didn't know that.
I heard that as well.
Yeah, which like if I'm thinking about it, I guess it makes sense because it's like there's a lot of blood and like gore in One Punch Man, but it's just so like comedic. You never really think about that.
It's just funny because whenever you think about seinen, you always think of like Death Note or whatnot, like those darker tone shows. But yeah, I guess I can see how it categorizes under that one.
Yeah, Death Note, like FMA Brotherhood, Death Note are both shonen as well. So it's like,
what?
Yeah, so it's so weird. That's why I always try to preface like long running shonen.
Yeah,
because like FMA Brotherhood, Death Note, both shonen. Haikyuu is also a shonen, so it's like sports. Then we got series such as like Food Wars, also a shonen. So it's
You know what? You know what? That's it. We're not saying we're not categorizing anime anymore.
right, like
That's the end of
Yeah,
that.
genres in anime can be confusing. You mentioned FMA Brotherhood. Some people make the argument that that's a seinen. Man, yes, it can be confusing.
people make the argument Attack on Titan is a seinen, which it should be, but it's a shonen. So it's like
Bro,
it's just so
You're
weird.
blowing my mind right now.
It's just so weird, bro. The only ones I know for a fact that are seinen is like Berserk, Tokyo Ghoul.
Well,
like,
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, those
Right.
are. There's no way you can mistake that for a shonen.
Well, I guess for it to be a seinen, it has to at least give you nightmares for a week straight.
Yeah, lots of blood, lots of gore, lots of nightmares, lots of things you probably wouldn't talk about to the average person. Stuff like that. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about shonen groups. More specifically, we're gonna be focused on groups that have a name to the like group itself. So like groups such as like what's an example? Like Yu Yu Hakusho or Hunter x Hunter. There's a group with like Gon, Kurapika, Killua, Leorio. They don't have a name, so I'm not counting them as a group. I'm just counting them as like friends that help each other.
I see. Yeah.
Whereas in Hunter x Hunter, there's a Phantom Troop. That's a group. That's different. And then one per series. So we're not gonna have Team 7 and the Akatsuki, for example. I picked what I thought was the best group in the series itself. So we got some pretty interesting shonen here. I don't know if you guys watched all of the ones that are on this list, because some of them are either underrated or pretty old, I guess. But all fantastic. So let's start off with the first matchup. Now let's start off with me saying this. Have either of you watched The Gray Man or Bungo Stray Dogs?
I haven't watched either.
I've not seen either.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Perfect guess for this. But if I had to base it completely off of the little thumbnails that you have, which is what I'm going to do, I would go with the one on the left, which is which one? I think it's Bungo Stray Dogs.
The ones with the darker toned skin, or the ones with the colorful clothes?
The ones with the darker toned skin.
Tyler, you read my mind.
That's the
You read my mind. I wanted to go with those guys as well. Obviously, we'll have to go off design here.
So
looks like it's 2-1. Sorry.
Yeah, I think they probably would win. I would vote them. I've watched both series. So just so you guys may want to watch these in the future, The Gray Man is like an underrated series that was made a while ago. It's a shonen, long-running shonen, in fact, and the manga is actually still going on.
Right.
The problem with the manga is it comes every like 6 months because I don't know what
it's one of those, huh?
Yeah, it's one of those. It's unfortunate, but it's really good. And this group is known as the Noah. And they are like the evil organization in the series. They're extremely powerful, and they have a deep-rooted hatred from the power source that's in The Gray Man. Like, there's a power source that defeats demons, but they have a hatred for that power source. So it's like
you are selling me on this show right now. I'm so hyped to watch this actually now.
Bro, it's really good.
How does the anime stack up compared to the manga? Is it pretty good?
Yeah, the animation does not have. It's an older style animation, but it has no like animation flaws. Like Naruto, the pain fight. Yeah, no, it doesn't have stuff like that.
Nice.
The Gray Man, very good, very interesting. And then Bungo Stray Dogs. Some people have said this like a more mature version of MHA, I guess. They live in a normal like society, it's a normal everyday modern society, but there's some people that have special abilities, and in this organization is known as the Armed Detective Agency, and their job is to help people that are having issues with these people with abilities. Because some of these people with abilities are villains, and there's a mafia organization, like a mob organization that's doing crime, and their job is just to help the people using their abilities. They have a license to use their abilities, so they're never arrested. What you say?
I said, this is similar, but do they get their powers by eating each other's hair?
No, it's always.
Then it's nothing like My Hero Academia. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the main character in this series He's like a were tiger. He's like,
What?
yeah, I find Bungo Stray Dogs much more interesting than My Hero Academia, but I would agree. This is the Noah. Y'all heard what you had to hear, but yeah, it's
for you to praise it like that. D Green Man is a series I always wanted to pick up. You mentioned it's still going on the manga. I saw it like last week, I believe, on the Shonen Jump app. So I'm definitely gonna check those two out. And you said it's better than My Hero. My Hero recently. I don't know if you guys read the manga.
I do.
Latest arcs, straight heat. So
yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, the manga is definitely.
There's a bold statement from your part, but yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, highly recommend.
I'm gonna grab my charger.
Highly recommend those two series. Definitely very good. And like I said, definitely underrated. They're not as popular as some of like the high tier shonen, such as like Black Clover MHA, but they are very quality. And I would say D Green Man is definitely one of my favorites. It's literally up there. It's very high quality. All right, next two series. Now I got one underrated series here that you guys might not know, and then obviously a popular series. So y'all should definitely know the second one. So we got Katakyo Hitman Reborn and Haikyuu. Have you guys heard of Hitman Reborn?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Another underrated series that I would say is definitely probably.
Okay, I came back to Katakyo Hitman Reborn.
Have you watched?
I have
Hitman
watched
Reborn?
it. Yeah. It's my favorite anime of all time. I love it.
I'm not mad at it. The main character.
Here's what I would say. Here's what I would say really quickly, not to interject, but here's what I would say. If I were just looking at these two little thumbnails, I would go with Hitman Reborn. But
really,
knowing the at least one of these series,
and that's a testament to like the character design. I feel like Hitman Reborn has like some of the best character designs.
They look cool for sure, but come on, Haikyuu, Hinata.
I'll say this: we did a Shonen protagonist tournament a little bit, not a little bit, maybe a few weeks ago. Suno won. The main character of Hitman Reborn won. He beat Ichigo. He beat Gintoki. He beat Naruto. He beat Luffy. He won. We consider him the best Shonen protagonist.
Wait, you're telling me that he beat Kirito?
Yeah,
he's truly a god.
He beat the Black Swordsman himself.
the Black Swords are right there. The goat, apparently.
The goat.
Yeah, I even made a video of why the Vongla family is the best shonen group of all time. So,
yeah. So that goes to show Hitman Reborn still has a. I'm surprised it actually won the whole list with guys like Gintoki, Ichigo, all those guys on there.
Yeah, that's tough competition. That's saying something.
Yeah, because the character development for this protagonist is like top tier. It's ridiculous, and he has some of the most badass moments you'll see in anime.
Yeah, for sure.
And Suna is also one of the most annoying characters at the same time. Like,
that's a shonen protagonist for you,
right?
For sure. Without giving like major reveals, like he started out as this kid who got picked on, and then obviously Reborn comes up. He's like, "Yo,
okay, so Ninetales Fox sealed inside of him."
No, he doesn't have any of that. It's nothing like that.
He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna take you in this mafia." Then he gets his family. He steps up when the times like when his family needs his help. So yeah, he definitely like gets that character development for sure.
Yeah,
I love like how he stays true to like he's still like a wimpy character. He definitely grows. He's not like gets picked on as much, but like he can like step up like when there's like a critical battle when his friends are in need. Type of thing.
This is about the group as a whole, though. How do you like the group as a whole? Just the
individual. So I'm looking at the Haikyuu team as well. Obviously, Haikyuu to the top season 4 aired recently, and for myself, it was a hiatus. I watched Haikyuu I binge watched Haikyuu like a year before that, and then just watching that like the whole dynamic. They were seeing how they made it to the nationals, right? These guys started off taking an L. Then came back up to the top, and you see them competing at the highest stage.
Oh, dude, I'm getting goosebumps just listening to you say this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, IQ definitely gives me goosebumps. But my thing about why Vongla family is like over it for me is like Haikyuu. The only time like I'm really invested is when they're playing volleyball. Like when they're not playing volleyball, I don't find the characters like that interesting. Like Kageyama, I find very interesting. Hinata has his moments. Tsukushima, I like. But like, Nishinoya, obviously. Like, Nishinoya is top tier.
Yeah, it kind of just turns into like a worse version of a slice of life anime whenever it's not, or like a training arc or something. But that's about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, Vonga family. I
That's a
don't think
good
they have
point. That's a good
issues.
point.
Plus, I feel like all the characters in the Vonga family, like, there's a fan base for each one. So it's
True.
like, yeah, that's where I'm going for
Right.
that. I'm voting for Vonga family instead of Krasno High. Sorry, Krasno.
Tyler, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so I would have voted for Cross No High for sure. It seems like to me that the Hitman one is about to go through. But hey, at least you had my vote.
There you go. All right, what you guys,
So, my vote would be to the Vongula family as well. As a group, obviously,
I thought you were going to switch it up at the end.
I was talking up Suna as a protagonist, but as a group as well, like you have his right hand man, Gokudera. He's just like ride or die for Suna. Like a specific arc, he like was willing to die for his captain, which says something in itself. And that goes true. That's true for all the other members as well. Yamamoto, he's a guy who's like he's like a regular high school student, but then his pride got hurt. So then when he took that L,
well let's save that. We'll have more Vongla family speech.
Okay,
but, yeah.
Leave it at that. Vongula family for me.
Yeah, they already won.
That one was tough. That's a tough matchup for me.
Yeah, this is all randomized, by the way. I didn't even pick the matchups. I was like, "You're right, fill it," and then they randomized it that way. But speaking of people who would die for their captains, next matchup, we got the Z Fighters from Dragon Ball Z, and then we got the Straw Hat Pirates from One Piece.
Okay, before anybody says anything, is this even a competition? Come on.
Yeah, this is.
Let's go ahead and vote for our and move on.
This is a wash. This is the Straw Hats, bro. Like
y'all both vote for Dragon Ball. No.
What? The biggest twist right there. The Z Fighters, Tien, Chatsu.
He said Tien
over there, standing all badass.
Bro, Yamcha, bro.
I would single-handedly pick out of this group if you told me it was the Z Fighters versus Sanji. I'd pick Sanji.
Trunks is pretty badass, and then Vegeta.
Trunks is cool, but he's not Sanji cool, and he's not a simp. So come on.
True. My Bulma from Vegeta though. That was hype.
Literally any moment that Sanji's on screen though.
Hey, it is what it is. All right, this Straw Hats won. This wasn't even a competition.
Yeah,
but I think the next one will
Dragon Ball though.
Yeah,
that's a show that people get into anime with.
Facts. Actually, in my next video, I do something a little that might annoy some people because I made a very short video. I barely say anything in the video, but it's like I end it saying, "You guys hate screaming, but we all remember we enjoyed this," and then I'm gonna show a clip of Goku just screaming.
Oh, so true. You know what you should do though is you should put one of those kids who's trying to turn Super Saiyan in.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So I'm like, yeah, well, I'm sure we love screaming then. So I'm like, hey.
Me when I was home alone for 5 minutes.
Exactly, bro. We all try to turn Super Saiyan, bro, and that's awesome, bro. He's trying to hype himself up. All right. Speaking of the Black Clover, next matchup we got the Akatsuki versus the Black Bulls. Now, this is a little bit tougher.
Yeah, this is the hardest.
I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna say the Black Bulls.
Okay.
This one's tough for me as well. As to why, kind of like obviously a criticism, not really criticism, but something that people note like about Black Clover is it takes all the generic shonen tropes, right?
But does it very well. It's like
exactly that's where I like cut the line. Like it does it really well. It puts its own twist on it, right?
Yeah.
The Black Bulls as a squad, they're all like outcasts of society.
And totally unique too. They're all really unique characters, I would say.
Yeah, 100%. For sure. Everyone has their own background. Everyone does have their own unique takes on things, and everyone besides Magna is pretty OP.
Right. As much as it breaks my heart, yeah. I have to go with the Black Bulls.
RTL, where are you ranking them, RTL?
Where am I ranking who with?
Or who do you put ahead? Do you put Akatsuki or Black Bulls?
This is tough. This is tough. I'm trying to like think of it in two aspects. One, the individual characters that make up the group, and two, how the characters work as a group. So I'm trying to think in both aspects. And all right, so we got the Akatsuki, Sasori, fan favorite, pretty badass. Deidara, fan favorite, pretty badass. Conan, Pain, no question. Obito, people have a love hate relationship with Obito. I think he's pretty good. Itachi, no question. Kisame, pretty badass. Like Akatsuki does his doing, and then the Black Bulls,
it's stacked.
Yeah, the Black Bull is the only one that I don't think is as great as the others. Is like Magda, and maybe Henry and Gordon. But then everybody else is like.
See, the hard thing about this for me is that I was thinking of it in the way that you were saying, like the individuals, and I'm like, okay, Akatsuki, I like all these guys, and then I look at the Black Bulls, I'm like, Black Bulls, I like all these guys. it's not an easy matchup for me. I think that ultimately I'm gonna go with the Akatsuki because I am such a little Naruto fan, and it was one of the first animes that I watched. And I just really love the Akatsuki. Every time they were on screen, I was totally captivated. But I just want you to know that this was a very, very tough decision for me. And Black Bulls are so close. Like, ask me tomorrow, and I might say something different. But today, I'm saying Akatsuki.
Fair enough. He locked it in.
Yeah.
I mean, for myself as well. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, Naruto was that anime that got me into anime as in general. And you guys mentioned individual characters. I'm looking at the Akatsuki here. I see a guy like Deidara. What's that guy? What's that guy's name with the curse?
Oh,
Henry.
For Akatsuki side.
Not
Edon.
Yeah.
Individual characters. I like the Black Bull characters better. And I was gonna mention at the beginning, like it wasn't really recent. I would say like a year ago, the whole courthouse scene. For Black, it was animated in the anime recently.
Yeah,
although it didn't do justice. We all know how Black Clover's anime doesn't do the manga justice.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. But I'm rewatching Black Clover right now, so it's like I already know it's hype from the manga I've read. So I'm just like, I'm really just focused on getting new revisiting information that I kind of missed before.
Yeah. It's definitely a good way to go over it a second time with like a finer tooth comb. So RTL, who are you ranking above the other? Who takes the cake here?
So in situations like this, I kind of cheat, and
I flip a coin. No,
I use bad reasoning to decide a winner, and because
my fingers here, bro,
because they're so close. The reason why I'm gonna pick this as a winner is because we haven't met the vice captain of the Black Bulls yet. Akatsuki wins.
Oh yeah.
So
you know, I'm actually not as happy as you might think because this was actually such a hard one for me that it's actually not that big of a victory for me. I'm kind of sad.
Yeah. Honestly, if I had to do the matchups again, I would not put the Black Bulls up against someone like the Akatsuki
that's a tough start. Like if you had to put them versus the Z Fighters, it would have been the same situation where it's like, all right, let's just move on.
Yeah, 100%. It was definitely a tough matchup. Sorry, did you decide this with a coin flip? You said?
No, I just picked flip. I just said randomized, and that's the thing it did. It put Black Bulls against the Akatsuki first round.
Hey, come on now, you guys let nostalgia. I'll allow it. I'm like you guys. Like I grew up in Naruto. I can't complain.
Yeah.
My reasoning wasn't the best, but it was a reason.
Me every time that I open my mouth during the stream.
Case closed right there.
There you go. All right. For some reason, it's not pulling up this matchup. It's like I'm trying to pull up the matchup so everybody can see, but it's pulling up this one. Again, I don't know why. Let me see.
Right now you're hovering over the Yodozuya, over the Bleach.
Yeah, about to go. Yeah, it's just doing it again. Anyway, next matchup, so you guys can it's on the top right.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yep.
This is the Espada from Bleach versus odd jobs from Gintama?
Before we make our votes here, guys, Tyler, did you watch Gintama? I know RTL watched Gintama.
So I've seen a good little bit of Gintama, but I haven't seen it all. And I've also I watch a lot of YouTube videos on Gintama, so I'm actually more attached to them than you might think.
All right, cool. And if you don't mind me asking, like, how many episodes did you watch?
I really couldn't tell you off the top of my head. And also, I have watched like 2 or 3 different versions of it. I think there's multiple versions of it.
Yeah, I think there's a remake. I'm still not positive.
I don't even know. I think of the remake I've seen less, and then of the original I've seen a little more. But
this is the first time I'm hearing of a remake. I just honestly just watch it on Crunchyroll. But for me, like, this is easy.
Who you
guys can keep. Should I start things off? I'm gonna go with the Yorozuya here. Yorozuya Odd Jobs.
I can see where you're coming from. I love Gintama. It is like top 3 anime easy. But when I think of villain groups, and I think of like how I want to do like villain groups, Espada is like one of the first ones I think of, mainly because I like the number system it utilizes. Like it's just, I don't know why like other shonen just haven't done that, but having your number system to indicate like who's stronger and everything, I found that really cool. And I think the characters that make up Odd Jobs is better. But I like the structure of the Espada a little bit more.
Yeah. I think I could see myself if I watched more Gintama. Like if I literally got dedicated and just sat down and watched it, I would imagine that I would pick the Odd Jobs guys. But man, the Espada is so cool. I can just remember like learning about it.
Here. So you guys are saying the Espada is one of the best anime villains? Am I correct?
I like their structure.
As a group, as an organization?
I like the group. I thought it was hype.
Yeah.
Okay. But RTL, you're just voting based off like the ranking system.
I'm voting based on the rank system, their structure. You know how each of the Espada also have their own little fraction that they control, their own individual like leaders. They're basically like a general. And
they have like a general system, and I love that. I think that is really cool. But other than this, just the how do you say, like the organization? First of all, the character design super cool, and then secondly, like I don't know, there's just something about the way that they operate that I really love. But you know, this is actually becoming more difficult now that I'm thinking about it more because.
Okay, let me tell you on the Yorozuya a little bit.
Okay, yeah, because I can be swayed.
So in the beginning, first 3 episodes, I believe, Shinpachi and his sister, that's episode 3. And then, obviously, Shinpachi, he dedicated his sword to Gintoki. He saw Gintoki as, like, this principle of Bushido. You dedicate your sword for someone. Gintoki was that guy. He follows him. Same thing with Kagura. Kagura was an outcast. Gintoki took him in. And obviously, like, you watch a fair bunch of episodes and their whole dynamic, like, what's his name? Shinpachi, just his role as a straight man, just randomly like blurting out like.
When he says straight man, by the way, he means like no funny business. He's like
right.
He's like,
it's like a Japanese type of thing, but like straight man, like as in like someone who's like points out like weird, blatant stuff in the anime, like weird Gintama stuff. You've seen clips, you know what I'm talking about. Shinpachi's that guy.
You're doing a pretty good job playing me, I'll be honest.
And Kagura just. It's just so good. Like one of the best female characters. What else can be said?
Well, you know what I think is I think that the reason why I was picking the Espada is because I remember getting to that point and just being like, this is so exciting. And I almost think that it was like just one of those things where you're so used to being let down that whenever I see this and I thought they were pretty good, I picked, you know what? You've swayed me, Zeno. I'm on your side now.
You love to see it.
Yeah, hey, I'm not mad at it.
My job.
I'm not mad at it. My thing is like, I'm kind of biased because I play the only mobile app game I have on my phone is Bleach Brave Souls.
Yeah, it's so fun. I feel you.
Yeah, I play that quite a bit. And they got unique story that is actually like made by Kubo himself of the Espada interacting with one another and how they're also unique and see how they interact with one another in a different situation.
So you think that's swaying you a little bit?
Yeah, like that. Plus, what I've already seen from the anime, It's always interesting seeing. I feel like seeing characters like this interact with one another. They're all their own. Like they all think they're better than the rest,
Yeah.
but it's just always appealing to me. If I wanted a villain group, obviously I would do some of their villains better. Like obviously, Zamori, I think that's his name is. He was kind of trash. Yami,
Right.
he was okay.
I'm so bad with names.
Yeah,
You're saying all this, and I'm like, I don't even remember what their names are.
the black dude, basically, I think that was Zamori.
Are you talking about the guy with the mohawk or the
Pretty
guy?
sure he got,
Yeah,
like,
the guy
one
with the
shot.
mohawk. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then number 10, he was trash. Like
Yeah,
the number
sure.
10.
Yeah, that's one of my criticisms. Like I was actually gonna mention this. Like to play devil's advocate, like a lot of these characters, we barely get anything out of them. We mainly get like from the Espada side, like Ulquiorra, Grimjow, the black skinned girl with big boobs. I forgot her name.
Holly Bell. Holly
Holly
Bell.
Bell.
Yeah.
Like, they only focus on like some characters, not all of them. Like, some of them are like
I feel like they focused on
random
most
characters.
of them though. And I feel like a lot of them are so unique and interesting. Because you got Stark, the cool back laid one, but he's the strongest one.
That's
Baragon,
right.
the ruler, who's like was a former king, but he lost his throne. Holly Bell, a prideful feminist, like she has her whole group full of female characters. She's like Charlotte before Charlotte, basically Charlotte before
Yeah.
Charlotte. And Ulquiorra, top tier
Charlotte,
character.
as in Charlotte who?
From Black Clover.
Oh, okay.
Ulquiorra is one of the things that would sway me back the other way.
Yeah.
This is hard. I also like Grimjow. Okay, he's kind of cool.
Grimjow, Noitor is like the I love to fight type, and then even the number 8 one, Sizaboro, I think that's his name. He's the one with the pink hair. This mad scientist type. Like they had every trope for a villain in that one organization.
True.
So
obviously for Bleach, it's one of my first anime as well. Like once I started Naruto, I expanded to everything like big 3 shonen. Like, pardon me, Dragon Ball Z isn't in big 3. I watched Naruto, Bleach, and Dragon Ball Z. Bleach is one of those I have to rewatch. You said a lot of good points, but just this gut feeling in me, like I feel like Espada didn't like really flesh out some of these characters.
And I feel like what they're trying to do in their series, I think that the Odd Jobs has to be better, because like what they're trying to accomplish, I just feel like they do a really good job, and they're fun to be around. You know, like it's just so overall enjoyable that I kind of am swayed back that way. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with Odd Jobs.
all right,
RTL, are you going with the Espada for your final vote?
Yeah. I'm kind of swayed to them.
Odd Jobs.
Wow, that was a competition. I was looking at this bracket, and honestly, I was thinking like, if this was me by myself, I would go Yoruzuya all the way. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I love Gintoki, so I ain't mad at it. But we'll see.
I have a feeling. I know
However,
it's gonna happen in the next bracket, and I'm sorry, like he ain't going all the way.
I guess we'll have to see. But I would put the whole cast of Gintama if I was the host, honestly. But
well, it has to have a group name, and Odd Jobs is only Gintoki, Kagura, and Shinpachi.
Right, that's a restriction.
Oh, and technically the dog.
I mean, yeah, he gets his merchandise sales. Like he does his job.
Yeah, I mean he's a mascot for sure. All right, next matchup. This is a good one because I love these two groups. The series themselves are good, but the groups, I love them both. We got the 7 Deadly Sins from the 7 Deadly Sins, and we got the Generation of Miracles from Kuroko no Basket.
Okay, so I still haven't seen Kuroko no Basket, but it's on my list. And I have seen 7 Deadly Sins. I've only seen the first season. But just based off... Oh, wait, no. I've seen more than the first. I just haven't seen the latest season. Anyways, out of those two, having not seen the first one, I love the 7 Deadly Sins and their entire dynamic so much that, like, even if they would have... Like, there's no way I would have voted for Kuroko no Basket. I don't know. Maybe if I saw it, I might, like, fall head over heels for it. But, man, I love the dynamic between the 7 Deadly Sins, between Bon and Meliodas alone is such a solid... connection. And I know a few manga spoilers as well, and that also solidifies 100%. That.
Yeah, you should have seen me. I was like pumping my fist, like, yes, Tyler.
Yeah, but like I wish I put the Generation of Miracles against Cross and Ohai, but I honestly, like, obviously I randomized it. I love the Generation of Miracles because take Cross and Ohio, they're a very good squad, and like they work together and they have some pretty heavy hitters. Then you got the Generation of Miracles. Every single one of their members are prodigy. Like they're so good, it's ridiculous.
And some of them have Sharingans.
Basically, bro, it's like entertaining how they destroy everybody. And then you see how they come together in the movie that ends the series basically. And it was just beautiful. But yeah, Escanor by himself is putting 10 Deadly Sins over Generation of Miracles, bro.
Okay, once again, folks, this is looking like a watch. For myself, Kuroko is one of those anime like I watched as one of my I don't remember. I watched it as like one of my very first anime. I don't remember any of it. However, Seven Deadly Sins, like you guys said, the whole dynamic between Meliodas and Bond, it's not only them, like Gother as well, what they did for him.
Yeah.
Diane. They're all such good characters that they all like buy into Meliodas as a captain. This one I'm gonna have to go with Seven Deadly Sins.
All right, it's a watch.
It's clean sweep. All right, next matchup here. We got the Phantom Troop from Hunter x Hunter. And we got what was their name again? It's from JoJo's.
Stardust Crusaders.
Stardust Crusaders from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3. Phantom Troop.
This one tears my heart. Oh my
Phantom
goodness.
Troop.
This is a tough match.
This is Phantom Troop.
Damn.
I don't think it's that tough. I love Jotaro, but like,
bro, the Phantom Troop's dynamic, like right whenever you think Crollo's like some sort of like heartless killer, he starts crying whenever that one guy is capped at the beginning.
Yeah,
like I just love the whole dynamic between all of them, and I like how they're so much more intricate than you think whenever you first start introduced to them. Like you start out thinking, oh yeah, this is just a bunch of killers that get together. No, they're so much deeper than that. And I just love that aspect of it. It takes the stereotypical shonen trope and just flips it on its head and makes a totally unique group of characters. So yeah, I love the spiders. So gotta go with them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You can go ahead here, RTL. I'm honestly like...
Yeah, I'm kind of the
so
same.
hard.
Like Phantom Troop, I think is a better group, and I think I feel like individual characters might be tough because Jotaro is pretty cool, but they got Crollo and Ahsoka. Never mind. Yeah, the Phantom Troop they win this.
However, Hisoka was a temporary member, right?
But he still was a member. So
yeah, he was a member at one point in time. Yeah.
I mean, he was a member for a good chunk of the series.
For the whole York arc, yeah.
Honestly, what he brings to the table too, like even if you can only call him a temporary member, I mean, he brings so much to the table. Like just the arc or so that he was in it was more than enough for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, Phantom Troop is advancing here. I'm just gonna place my vote for the Stardust Crusaders, and here's why. Obviously, at the end of the series, JoJo's, we have some casualties. Okay, spoiler warning. They have that picture at the end, and it just gets you in your feels. What else can you say? The whole dynamic between the characters as well. You can't sleep on the dynamic between the characters. Kakyon, what he brings to the table, someone who's more rational. Joseph and Polnareff and Abdul, his scene where they're like pissing in the tub.
Yeah,
only in JoJo. You can't beat that. That's pure broship right there.
Pure comedy.
I'm not even mad. Like, obviously the Phantom Troop, they're all outcast type of thing. Like, who did I say before was outcast? They all came from the city.
That one city. I don't remember that city's name. It's been a while since I watched Hunter x Hunter for sure.
Individual character level. I think I like Crollo better. Although Jotaro is my favorite JoJo.
Hey, mine too.
Hey, I advocated for JoJo's. And
but
the story.
It just didn't take the W.
It wasn't enough.
JoJo's can't win everything.
I'm not even mad.
You know? JoJo's can't meme itself to every victory. That's just not a thing.
Apparently, it doesn't work here at Kickback Anime Discussion. But hey, we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide.
Hey, I don't think like out of all the tournament brackets, I don't think JoJo's has won any.
Yeesh.
Jeez.
That's surprising.
Hey, honestly, actually, technically, JoJo's won one, even though it really doesn't count. It was a meme win. We did a best waifu tournament. Yoruichi won, and technically Speedwagon won.
Oh well, that's an obvious one.
Meme-wise, Speedwagon won, but Yoruichi won. So if you count that, I guess. But
okay, what's the next group? I can't make them out.
Next group is the League of Villains from My Hero Academia and Team Daiguren from Gurren Lagann.
Oh man. Yeah,
I'm going Team Daiguren here.
Yeah, same here. I was thinking, I like My Hero Academia, don't get me wrong, but geez, like totally different leagues here,
Kamina is a man among men, so I ain't mad at it. All right, so Team Daiguren has advanced. My Hero is still a good group. They're better in the anime. They're okay in the manga. They're much better because
maybe I'd like them more if I were to read the manga, but so far I'm anime only, so I just really gotta go.
Some
100%.
Some crazy stuff.
The manga definitely did that organization justice. Definitely, some crazy stuff is gonna go down, Tyler. I can assure you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one, I wasn't just like bang like Team Daiguren. Like I thought about it, like all the stuff that went on in the manga. I still got to give it to Team Daiguren here.
Yeah, I mean, just the anime in general is just in a like Gurren Lagann is just in a different league. I think. I mean, it's just modern classic.
I agree. Like, I feel like it does something that other anime, honestly, I haven't seen from other anime.
Yeah.
Quick question. Sure. Well, two things real quick. Little sidebars. So first thing, I watched a Watch Mojo video, and they did a top.
That's a strike right there. Yeah.
Right. They did a top 20 anime of the decade so far. So that's 2000, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
The list was trash because My Hero was on the top 20 and Naruto wasn't. So that was said right there. That's just bad.
Mm-hmm.
They had Gurren Lagann number 2. Second best anime since 2000.
Yeesh.
Over Code Geass, over Gintama, over Death Note.
That's a toughie.
I was surprised. Like Gurren Lagann.
I don't think I would put it up that high. I would think I would. Man, if I were putting it in my top 10, I think I could get it in the top 10. But I definitely don't think that I would put it at anywhere in the top 3.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even put it above Code Geass at all.
You know what I think that is, though? I think that's Watch Mojo doing their typical thing where they try to appeal to the masses as much as possible. And so they probably just looked up most popular anime or like most artistic anime or something like that and then just went based off of that.
Yeah, but even
Watch Mojo has a reputation for that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta take their stuff. Like Tyler said, they appeal to the masses kind of thing.
They did the obvious choice, made FMA Brotherhood number 1. So it's like,
obvious.
Yeah, it was just Gurren Lagann's good, but number 2 anime of since 2000.
That's
I don't know about that, Chief.
You're right.
I don't know about that, Chief.
Yeah,
all right, let's move on to the second round. Our first match of the second round. You guys haven't watched. Well, actually, Zeno, you did watch Hitman Reborn, but we got the Gray Man with the Noah versus the Vangala family with Kategeo Hitman Reborn.
I'm far more interested in the Hitman Reborn one. I'll say that.
They're better, by far.
Yeah, I just like D Gray Man sounds really cool and everything, but from what y'all have described, especially from the main character, which I'm a huge I love main characters that are good. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Hitman. And by the way, I'm gonna be watching that tonight.
There you go.
You love to see it.
So I'm hyped for it. So they got to be up there.
Yeah. I'm not.
My vote will go to Hitman here as well.
Yeah, kind of easy. All right, let's move on to a little more interesting one. We got the Straw Hat Crew from One Piece versus the Akatsuki from Naruto.
Okay, listen, I'm a huge Akatsuki fan, right? But if One Piece doesn't win this entire thing, I'm going to leave here with my head hung low and sad because my Nakama will have lost, and I can't have that happen. So
All right.
I got to go with the Straw Hats for sure.
I'm gonna do this. It has never happened before at Kickback Anime Discussions because I feel like this will be a little bit more interesting to talk about. I'm gonna change one of my votes from the first round and have the Black Bulls advancing instead.
This isn't fair. No,
That's a Black Bulls.
That's a much harder matchup.
Hey,
exactly. I was like, yo, imagine a matchup between the Straw Hats and the Black Bulls, bro.
Bruh,
like,
that'd be crazy.
Okay. All right. Now let's think about this one.
Okay. Well, let me give you an argument for why you should pick the Straw Hats. So,
well, let's start off with this. Let's start off with this. How many members are in the Straw Hat crew? We got
like 10.
Luffy, yeah. That's 1. Zoro, Sanji,
Nami, Robin, Chopper, new guy. What's Jinbei?
Jinbei,
Brooke, Frankie.
9. I'm counting Carrot. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm counting Carrot. Some people might not count Carrot. I'm counting Carrot. All right, so we got those 10 members. Then we got the Black Bulls. How many members are there that we know
of? 450.
Asta, Noel,
Yami. Charmy. Let's talk about the main ones. Yami, Asta, Noel, Charmy, Gray, Ghost, Gordon, Vanessa, Henry.
That blue-haired girl. What's her name?
Yeah, that was Gray.
Yeah, Gray.
Dora,
Magna.
Luck.
Did you already say Magna?
Yeah, I said Magna. Luck.
Henry. I can't keep up. I forgot who you've said at this point.
I'm saying 11 or 12. There's like 10. The only reason why I did that is so I can properly compare these characters.
Mm-hmm.
See who's better.
Okay, I thought you were gonna go like numbers type of thing, but
right away, if we're based off of waifus alone, the Straw Hats far outweigh.
Are you saying Nami and Robin are better than Noelle and Vanessa?
Yes.
And Charmy? Adult Charmy?
Am I close enough to my mic? Hold on 1 second.
Yes.
I mean,
I hear both sides.
They do develop well. They do develop well.
Time skip, bruh.
Yeah, true. Noelle had a time skip too with the mermaid form, though. I mean,
that was like a couple months, though.
Oh,
true.
That mermaid form's kind of fire, bro.
So let me just put it to you this way. So the Straw Hats. Here's the reason why you'd pick the Straw Hats over the Black Bulls. Black Bulls are good. Don't get me wrong. And I've already mentioned that I love the Black Bulls, and they're the only thing that like kept me interested in watching more. Once they were introduced, they were the first thing that made me think, okay, I'll actually keep watching this. But the Straw Hats, though, I mean, this is another one of those situations where, in my mind, it's like, okay, you just basically take the Black Bulls and multiply that. So, along with its world building and its just general badassery, the reason why you'd put the Straw Hats above is all of their relationships with each other are so amazing, and there's so much unspoken stuff going on, and like just alone, let's just put it this way, just the Zoro sacrificing himself for Luffy moment with Sanji, those 3 characters interacting in that moment was so good that you have to rank it up. I mean, come on, the Straw Hats are just better. I love the Straw Hats.
To combat that real quick, the Finro almost dying to Langris moment.
True. Ooh.
When Luck, Magna, and Asa were about to kill Langris.
I hear both sides here. That moment was definitely fire.
That's a good moment.
For myself, this is like, give props to where it's due. Both amazing squads, but this one is the Straw Hats by a landslide. I mean,
oh, thank God! I thought you were going to say the opposite.
Black Clover as a new gen anime. For myself, I think I would rank it a little bit higher than My Hero Academia, but the Straw Hats, like Tyler said, like the dynamic between the characters. He talks about like the very first moment with Zoro, like East Blue type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many of those, right? And to Black Clover to play devil advocate, like we had that moment. I don't know if you
Well-
can list more moments, but
Okay, yeah, I was about to say.
so
Let me.
there's
I
so
think
many
you're
for the
getting
Straw Hats.
you're getting down a point that I think is actually a really good point in favor of the Straw Hats. Is yeah, the Black Bulls have good moments, but the Straw Hats' entire existence is a good moment. Like the whole entire time that they're on screen together is a good moment. Whereas the Black Bulls, it's like, oh, here's the 5 or 6 really good examples of something cool happening. With the Straw Hats, it's like, dude, if you literally made a spin-off show where it was nothing but watching what they do in their day-to-day life, I'd be so happy.
That is
I'd be like,
fair.
yeah,
That
let's
is
do it.
fair. Honestly, I'm gonna vote for Straw Hats. I think their individual characters are better than the Black Bulls' individual characters. Despite having like Yami, I think, and like Asa and whatever. But
Mhm.
I would say the Black Bulls work together much better than the Straw Hats.
Yeah. But I
No,
think
I
that's
would-
part of the
I
thing
would
that makes the
disagree
Straw
with
Hats
that.
lovable. I think what he's getting at is like the Straw Hats are always getting split up and whatnot. Is that what you're getting at?
Well, mostly, I mean, not even that. Like the Black Bulls' teamwork in a lot of situations are like top tier. I mean, the Veto fight is a perfect example. Like
Mhm.
how the amount of trust they had in that fight. Like
Yeah.
to be fair to the Straw Hats, a lot of their members are strong enough to not need help,
Yeah, true.
but they probably wouldn't work together that well. Like,
Well, even the
And
ones
that's
that counter
can go
argument,
ahead,
even
go
the
ahead.
ones that do like not really like supposedly Zoro and Sanji don't really like each other, right? But whenever there are rare cases where they have to work together, their moments are so cool. Like on I don't even know if this is filler or not, but Long Ring Long Land, whenever they're in the little game dynamic, they just immediately were like vibing and
that is not
they
filler.
totally took over.
That is not.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not filler?
canon. It's canon.
No, I
You're
just
gonna-
wasn't sure if that exact moment was filler or not because I know there's some filler moments in that arc. So
Oh,
And when
okay.
we're talking teamwork, the Straw Hats, like you mentioned the Veto fight, how the Black Bulls got together and teamed up. What the Straw Hat characters at individual level bring to the team, what really makes it like a amazing squad, is that they each bring something to the table. Like obviously in the beginning you had Luffy and Zoro, then in comes Nami. Nami presents herself as a navigator, and you could argue, no, this is a fact. Like without Nami, they wouldn't like be traveling around the Grand Line. And then you have
True.
someone like
Oh, that's a
Robin.
fact.
When you want to get to that final destination, you want to get to Raftel.
There's no way to do it other than with Robin. Yeah.
Saxii. Well, that featuring
Chopper as
Saxii
a
was a lie.
doctor.
Oh, sorry. Saxii was like, well, that featuring Saxii was a lie. You know what happened, Saxii? The title was there, and then I didn't want to change it. I was too lazy, so I was like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I feel like I made my point. Like they all bring something to the table that makes the team greater.
And I feel like that's a really good point too, because I was thinking whenever he said that at first, I was thinking purely of like moment to moment fight scenes. But like whenever you're just talking about the dynamic of the whole crew as a whole, like you're right, they all bring something so important that they couldn't function without one another properly. So they do have really good teamwork, just
Fair.
in kind of a different respect.
Saxii said, I could hop in, but be really quiet now if y'all want. Hey, bro, it's up to you. You're still invited. But yeah, the Straw Hats win. Straw Hats win. All right.
Okay,
You wait, win the whole thing? Can we just
Nah.
end the stream here or what?
Hey, I don't know about that one.
Nah, I
We'll
feel
get
like
to it, we'll get to it.
there is a certain group I would argue is better. I'm just saying. All
Oh,
right.
no.
One at a time. One at a time.
Next one. We got Odd Jobs from Gintama versus the 7 Deadly Sins.
This is the Odd Jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a question for me.
Yeah.
This is the 7
I would
Deadly
like to
Sins.
hear what a counter argument. Like honestly, Tyler mentioned it. Like the whole dynamic between the characters. Like obviously, to play obviously just as a Gintama strength, but like this is a comedy anime, obviously, and you just straight up laugh out loud when these guys are on screen, type of thing.
You know what's the one argument that I'd give against it, and it's not really a good argument, but here it is that's a great way to preface it whenever you're trying to sway somebody. Is, hey, by the way, this is not a good argument, so, but still listen to it. Would be whenever I was watching 7 Deadly Sins, there was no stopping the show. I had to keep watching. There was no way I could not keep watching. Whereas Gintama, I obviously haven't kept up with it. I don't even know how many episodes I've seen. Not as many as you by any stretch of the imagination. So just based off of that alone, considering the fact that I love the characters in 7 Deadly Sins so much, I'm probably going to have to go with them. But
Yeah.
And
I
to be
think
fair, I haven't
given-
watched that many episodes as well. I'm like 250. I believe there's like 400.
I don't remember, but I'm fully caught up with Gintama. I know how it ends, and Seven Deadly Sins. Matter of fact,
I didn't read the last chapter for Seven Deadly Sins.
I did. It was
that
alright.
last arc was I wasn't a big fan. Anyways,
but I will say this. Well, Saxii said I haven't even watched Gintama, but Odd Job still is better. The reason why that is wrong is because everything that we said about the Straw Hats with like they're all their individual person, they all bring something to the crew. That kind of applies to Seven Deadly Sins. Like legit, every single character has their own trait, their own sin, their own backstory, their own race, and then the more I mean, not all of them are like intricate and interesting, but Meliodas, Vaughn, freaking Escanor, well, probably one of the best characters in anime. I'm just being honest, bro.
It's like Twigo and then Escanor right under that.
Yeah, for sure. And then King is a very popular character to a lot of people, and then Gother is an interesting dynamic. Diane is cool, and then Merlin. And like the Seven Deadly Sins just offer something very unique, and I thought they did very well having them all as individual characters. How they all interact with one another is also very entertaining. I'm gonna have to give it to them as a group. I think they're just better.
Yeah, and I would like to say, Saxii, no, your vote does not count from the chat. So unfortunately,
I don't think Seven Deadly Sins does that to One Piece's level, though.
No, I never said that.
You're right. Yeah.
We're not there yet. But I have a feeling that we might be there in a minute. Well, maybe, I don't know. But I will say, just on a cursory glance at Gintama, I think it's one of those things where if I watch the entire show, I might say differently. But as it stands right now, it's got to be Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart, but I can't argue with that. Like, bro, obviously, like, you mentioned you haven't watched that many episodes, so
honestly,
it is what it is.
The thing is, what would really has to be is like Gintoki really carries the group, even though Shinpachi and Kagura are great. But then Gintoki and Escanor are like around the same level of greatness, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it's like, how does the other characters fare? So
true. That's actually a really good point. Yeah, because like I feel like the whole dynamic there is like if Gintama wasn't there, this would not be super compelling to watch. But if like you, for example, got rid of Meliodas, it wouldn't be as compelling. But just watching Bon and Escanor alone, you'd be like, oh dang, this is crazy. You know, like they have their own crazy stories going on anyway. So
bro, yeah, like Escanor when he fought. I literally bring this up. Escanor when he fought Essarosa was one of the most badass things you'll see of how he was just talking to him, bro. All his one-liners are fantastic, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I don't think I feel like Kagura and Shinpachi definitely get their time to shine. Like during serious arcs, obviously Gintama has a reputation for being a comedy anime, but it can switch it up. Like it can become a full-blown shonen as well. Don't sleep on Gintama.
Yeah, however, well, that's actually one of the things I like about Gintama. Anyway, sorry to cut you off.
So so the arc with the black dude, I forgot the name. Gintoki like straight up just let Shinpachi and Kagura go fight against it was like a gang war, right, between the four devas.
Yeah, I remember
Gintoki was like, you guys can go full out, you guys can go and fight. Yoshiwara, we saw Kagura just go all out. That was amazing. So yeah, I don't feel like it's only like obviously Gintoki, like a common criticism is that Gintoki always like has that last battle type of thing, always wins at the end type of thing. But the supporting cast of the Yorozuya definitely get their time to shine. I feel like it's not only Gintoki time to thing.
I would agree. I was just finding things to nitpick because this is pretty close.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
I try to be an advocate for Gintama. It is what it is.
Hey,
obviously.
Hey, it is what it is, bro.
Tyler here haven't watched enough episodes. RTL, I'm kind of disappointed, bro. But it is what it is. I try to be that guy on YouTube. If we did
a best comedy list, Gintama would win easy, in my opinion. Like Gintama is always right there, close to the finals, but never could take the. It's tough. It's tough. All right, next matchup. We got the Phantom Troop versus Team Daiguren.
This Team Daiguren for me.
This is a tough one for me, actually.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like I'm trying to find a nitpick reason why to pick this one over this one.
You know, I think I would have to go with Gurren Lagann. I don't know. I can't choose the spiders or the Phantom Troop only because I like them and I like how unique they are and I like everything about them. But there's something about like the bond that the characters in Gurren Lagann have, and I just can't get over that. I think that makes them take the cake, takes the edge over this one. So I think I'm gonna have to agree with Zeno here.
Yeah. Zaxby's like Phantom Troop boys don't disappoint me. Hey, you're already
Rocky, if
disappointed.
you could have been here, bro, we could have made a change. But
Yeah, Team Daiguren wins, and I agree. Like Simone came into his own with his little
Mhm.
waifu.
100%. Yeah, I was gonna
Kamina.
mention that just to
Yeah,
interject here. Like his whole, like he was obviously like depressed after the events of episode 8 for a good chunk of episodes. Then he just switches around with his wife. You like you said has that whole badass speech. Oh, every time I watch it on YouTube, just give me
Yeah,
chills.
dude.
If you
Yeah.
guys know what speech I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
for sure.
yeah,
It's one of my favorite series. I got to give it to Team Daiguren here.
yeah. Team
Same
Daiguren
here.
definitely deserves its credit. All right, we are the semifinals, ladies and gents. And I got a big one. I honestly wished I kind of like did it myself. But this semifinals is actually pretty solid. Even
Mhm.
though I'm always up for talking about the Black Bulls more. They just were up from up against stiff competition. Let's be
Yeah, for
honest.
sure.
But we got the Vongla family from Katekyo Hitman Reborn, and we got the Straw Hat crew from One Piece. Real quick, Squid said this bracket ass, bro. Squid and Zaxi, you both have the opportunity to make your own interjections, and y'all are not here, so y'all just have to deal with it. All right.
Zeno, I want to hear what
As
you
much
have
as
to
I love
say.
Detective Hitman Reborn, this is a watch for me. This is the One Piece pirate crew here. Straw
Okay,
Hat pirate
I was
crew.
low key hoping that you were gonna say that because I was like, if Zeno says that Hitman, actually, I was hoping that you say the opposite. If Zeno says that Hitman is better than One Piece, then I'm watching this like the second I get off the stream. Like,
This is
like
why the
I'm going
Vongla
straight.
family is better than
I mean,
Straw Hat Crew.
all praise to Hitman Reborn, but come on, like One Piece,
Yeah,
we're all fans of
different
it.
league.
Obviously, has this big fan. It's a different league. It's on its own pedestal.
All right. So, like I said, let me tell you exactly what I said about the Vongla family in the title of my video for the Vongla family.
Okay.
Just so you all know how serious I am in this very moment. The best group in all of Shonen. That is the
That's
Vongla
a bold
family.
statement. Okay, okay.
That is the Vongla family. And y'all think I'm just like, nah. I love One Piece. And I think it's a better series than, whatchamacallit? What am I
Hitman
thinking?
Reborn.
Hitman Reborn. I think One Piece is better than Hitman Reborn as a series. However, these are probably the two best groups in Shonen. But if I think about it really hard, the characters individually in the Vongla family, I think I like more than the ones in the Straw Hat crew. And
Which ones have the better backstories? Let me ask you that.
the
I
Straw
don't think
Hat
you can
crew.
make an argument
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
the Straw Hat crew.
Family.
I think that's definitely the
Well,
Straw Hat crew. But I think the Vongla family, all their individual personalities are a bit more appealing. Obviously, you have like Zoro, Luffy, and Sanji. And obviously, the Vongla family has their top three. But
Mhm.
everybody else is like so close to the top three, it's ridiculous. And
Yeah.
then they're dynamic with each other as a family because they're a mafia family. This is a mafia show.
Yeah.
So the character
right.
doesn't want to be the mafia boss by any means. He doesn't want to have anything to do with the mafia. But slowly and steadily, his family starts growing, even though he doesn't want it to grow. But he just keeps on meeting people, and they keep on getting attracted to the main character. So they just kept on being with the main character. We got the right hand man who will do anything for the boss. We got the badass swordsman who will help when
I love
need to, but he's
Yamamoto. He's
always
so good.
cool. Yeah, Yamamoto is great. We got a character
One of my
that
favorite
is
characters
kind of his
in anime.
enemy, but will work with him when the situation's right. We got the lone wolf badass that is the only rival to his strength, but they're not really rivals. But he's just a lone wolf and does his own
Bro,
thing.
which one came out first? Because every character you've just said has a representation in One Piece as well.
Which
What do you mean representation?
Like, for example, he said the lone wolf badass who's more powerful than everybody else except for the main guy,
You
Mihawk.
can't compare him to Zoro. Like,
No,
by
no,
Lone
Mihawk.
Wolf, like, oh, I
Well,
see.
we're
But,
talking
like,
about
we're
the
talking
group.
Straw Hats here.
That Mihawk? Did you say Mihawk?
Yeah, I was just giving an example from
I don't
One Piece in
know
general.
what I think One Piece came out like a long time ago, so I think One Piece
1999. I'm pretty sure it came out before. Yeah. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure Hitman Reborn aired in like 2006.
I know the anime
Yeah.
aired then, but what about the manga?
Right. Yeah.
There's no way to find out.
Yeah, let's just forget about it. Anyway, so my point is, I think the Hitman Reborn characters individually are better. I think their dynamic as a Funglove Mafia family is more interesting than the pirate crew dynamic.
I love to hear the praise, but man, I hate to be that guy to play devil's advocate. But you mentioned like Hibari Kyoya, right?
Yeah.
He's like his own type of thing. He's a lone wolf. Then you have Lambo, who's just a baby for most of the time, right?
Lambo is the annoying. He's like Chopper. He's like not Chopper is not really that annoying, but he's like the mascot character. But they both have their crazy badass moments individually.
Right. So those two guys, like Hibari, he works on himself. Like he doesn't like buy into like Suna as the leader of the Vongolo family. And Lambo, he's just a kid, right? With who's I'm pretty sure it's because he has like aptitude for like lightning is why he was like chosen.
Yeah. He has an aptitude for being struck by lightning and getting hurt all the time.
Right. So looking at the Straw Hat Pirate crew here, like we talked them up a lot throughout this podcast. They all bring something to the table, like just this wholesome group. And you have characters like Hibari Kyoya and Lambo who like kind of do the type of thing. Also, Mokuro, the Mist Guardian.
Yeah, the villain, but not really.
Exactly. So you're talking about a group here. I feel like One Piece does a better job, like as a group, as an entourage for Luffy.
Yeah, let me just say I've never been more interested in a show in my life than right now about Hitman. I cannot wait to start this anime right after I get off this call. But having not seen it, I have to go with the Straw Hats, man. Man, One Piece is just the best. I gotta go.
Hey, that's fair. But I've told a few of my friends to watch Hitman Reborn. The moment they watched, they were like, "Bro, this is like the best anime I've ever seen."
We can redact this if I go back and see Hitman that much better. We'll see.
Well, to be fair, you would actually have to at least be caught up because you know a lot about One Piece. So it'll be kind of mismatch. At least you would have to be caught up.
True.
And just to clarify, ladies and gentlemen, like Hitman Reborn is my favorite anime, but I feel like we're talking about groups here. I feel like Straw Hats are like far superior.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like even if you compare these characters individually, like it's not that far off. You could argue Suna is better. I would argue Suna is better than Luffy, personally. Then you could argue like Lambo and Chopper. You can argue Zoro and this. Like you can argue a lot of these matchups.
Yeah, I can see on an individual level, but
all right. So I got outvoted. So I mean, but honestly, like I really think the Vongolo family.
You stood your ground, bro. You said some good points.
RTL goes, I got outvoted, but it's my stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them above.
Fair, bro. Fair. They said One Piece is way older than Hitman Reborn. Yeah.
Younger.
No, I said the other way around.
Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah.
But yeah, One Piece is definitely older. Okay. Next matchup. We got the 7 deadly sins from the 7 deadly sins versus Team Dai Gurren from Gurren Lagann.
Oof.
Big goof, big goof.
So like Escanor and Kamina are close to like to the same level to me. So it's like
Team Daigerin. Do the impossible, see the invincible. Let's move on.
Well, so like the only reason that I want to put Seven Deadly Sins above Gurren Lagann is
The
because
broship.
because I know that that One Piece could beat Seven Deadly Sins, but I don't know they can beat Gurren Lagann. That's a tough matchup.
Okay, I see that.
But if I'm actually being serious with myself, this would be a hard one. But I think if I really thought of it hard, yeah, I'd probably have to go with Gurren Lagann on this one as well.
yeah. Seven Deadly Sins, Escanor can't carry you to the finals. I'm sorry.
No, he can't. And yeah, that's a good point. Is I like a lot of the individual characters, but man, as they come together as a whole, got to be Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I think like individual character, like Seven Deadly Sins is an anime, like it's really character heavy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Meliodas personally is my favorite out of the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And I love so many of them. I love Bond.
Who decided
I love
that, bro? Who decided that?
Hey, Escanor, give him his props. He's super badass, but I love all of them. Like it's a really like well written, like character based show.
Let's just say Escanor goes. I'm not gonna say anything. All right, I don't want to spoil anything. Escanor does something crazy in the final arc, but
I mean, anime community as a whole, once they saw that Seven Deadly Sins adaptation recently,
bro, we don't talk about things that don't exist.
No, I'm gonna disregard that. Come on now.
That was made by some YouTuber who just needed clout, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
He was like, "Let me get some money real quick."
Hell yeah, bro.
Fan base.
All right, we have hit the finals. Honestly, making this bracket, didn't expect Team Daigerin to make it to the finals. Really? I had a suspicion that the Straw Hat Crew probably would have made it. But big respect on Team Daigerin. So, big man, who is the best shonen group in all of anime? Straw Hat Crew versus Team Daigerin.
Okay, so this is a hard one, I will admit, but I have to go with the Straw Hats. I just love them so much, and I've just spent so much time with them. And I truly feel like like I said, if they made a spinoff where all they did was go over their daily lives, I would be interested. I'd be interested if all they did was fight. I'd be interested if all they did was like a slice of life anime on a ship. I gotta go with One Piece. I gotta go with the Straw Hats, even though it pains me to say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Straw Hats as well. Individual characters wise, I think One Piece easily wins this. Team wise, maybe it's close.
Right, because that was the only thing really swaying me the other way was the teamwork aspect. Because I like what Zeno said earlier about the teamwork being more based off like what they bring to the table. But man, it's hard to beat the teamwork from Gurren Lagann. I mean, like they're the whole.
So Gracie in chat said Straw Hats for a win. My vote also goes to the Straw Hats here.
Yeah,
we gotta give props to Team Daigerin. It made it to the finals. I found myself a fellow Gurren Lagann fan in Tyler. RTL, did you watch Gurren Lagann?
Yep, I'm caught up with
yeah
every series.
I love that show. It's one of my favorite anime. And when you're talking about a team, like Team Daigerin literally like fought against the universe versus death itself, right? That final arc.
Yeah.
And then what Kamina did, his presence throughout the show. Oh, it's just amazing. We'll leave it at that. Straw Hats for the win.
Yep, Straw Hats for the win. I'm not mad at all. Like I said, if the Straw Hats didn't win this entire thing, I would be so disappointed. I looked at the whole list and I immediately knew who was going to win. I'll be honest.
I mean, for me, it was Yotosuya, but we know how that went. But I'm not even mad. I'm not mad.
Hey.
I'm not even kidding. You guys, like when I was watching Gintama, I'm 250 episodes in now. I was like in this dilemma, like which squad is better? Is it the Straw Hats? Is it the Yotosuya? It was so tough, but I would be lying if I didn't say the Yotosuya Odd Jobs was my favorite squad. But I'm not mad. Second favorite squad, One Piece Straw Hats. They won. GG's. I'm happy.
I still think the Vogla family is better than the Straw Hat Crew. Y'all just don't want to hear it, you know.
I feel like I'm the only one that's leaving this 100% satisfied. Like, oh, thank God. Like
Yeah.
I'm so happy this worked out the way I wanted it to.
Honestly, like I didn't really think about it too hard. Who's gonna win? Straw Hat Crew probably made the most sense, but Black Bulls deserve respect, but they're on like the toughest part of the bracket. So
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
I was gonna say, Saxii, I totally agree with you that the Black Bulls deserve more, but just based off the way the bracket turned out, I mean, like I would have liked to see them in the semifinals or the finals, but it just wasn't how it worked out. But yeah, I would say based off of how the bracket was laid out, definitely I think that this was an appropriate win.
yeah, and I think the
Yeah, the left
4
side is
groups
definitely.
that like have the most that are I think are just done so well in every aspect, individual character wise and teamwork wise, would be the Straw Hat Crew, the Von
Yeah.
Glove family, the Black Bulls, and probably Odd Jobs as well. If I'm really thinking about it, maybe the Akatsuki, but you know, you gotta think.
What's that? I missed what you said.
I said the 4 groups. I said hit like A plus plus, individual character wise and teamwork wise would be like the Straw Hats, the Black Bulls, Von Glove family, and probably Odd Jobs or the Akatsuki.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. The
I would say
Akatsuki was
it's four as
another one
well.
that I feel like
I would say it's
I
four.
would have liked to see in a different position in the bracket because man, I just love the Akatsuki so much. But come on, like versus the Black Bulls, tough call. Tough call.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
here we
definitely
go.
how the stream was organized. I feel like would you guys put it over like the Phantom Troop and the Seven Deadly Sins? I would put it.
Wait,
again.
but who? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, so I was asking if you would put the Black Bulls over the Phantom Troop or the Seven
Oh.
Deadly Sins, because that left hand side is super heavy, like competition wise versus
Yeah.
the right hand side. I feel like
I
the
think-
Black Bulls could have made
think I
it
would-
to finals.
I think I would put the Black Bulls over the Phantom Troop. Honestly, I really like the Black Bulls. They're really underrated too. I feel like not enough people give them the credit they deserve. So
Hey, people just hate Black Bulls because one character just likes screaming a lot.
yeah,
You know? it really just be like that. But
read the manga.
Well deserved for the Straw Hats overall. Like I was watching One Piece movies, and the highlights of those movies, Stampede, Film Z, One Piece Film Gold, is the dynamic between the Straw Hats. So I'm not even mad.
For sure.
Second favorite squad in anime takes a W.
And the best one got shafted anyway. Appreciate you guys joining me here for Kickback Anime Discussions. This was a lot of fun. And we had a good discussion. The Straw Hat Crews is the best shonen group in anime, determined by us. So, you know, it must be fact, obviously.
Factual.
There we go. So, this has been Kickback Anime Discussions. We'll see you guys next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to show up. Peace out.